Hi, welcome back to Canada CPA Online Academy, sharing the wisdom. So last few days, I have been going through your questions, trying to answer what to expect for the exam, some tips and tricks to handle some repetitive problems, issues, AOs, the common mistakes that I have seen. So today's video, I'm going to talk about start wrapping up, 1 week to exam, what to do in this last week, and just how to start building or gearing or being ready for that day of the exam. So the very first thing, stop solving any new cases. Now you need a break. You have trust that you have prepared enough, trust that you have done enough. So stop solving any new cases. It's not going to help you. What I would suggest is whatever you have solved, whether through Capstone 2 or if you have taken any courses or if you have solved some other cases, whatever cases you have solved and the feedbacks you have received, if you have followed my advice on having a tracking sheet, then go through that tracking sheet. Now identify, are there any repetitive mistakes that you are doing if you are taking notes on your from your tracking sheet. For example, yesterday we were discussing management accounting, qualitative and quantitative. Is it repetitively that you're only solving quant and you're not paying attention to the qualitative part of the management accounting? Then make a mental note or write down the notes, like final notes, or instructions to yourself or reminders to yourself that management accounting AOs usually have qualitative and quantitative aspects. So I have to remember that I have to pay attention to qualitative aspect. I have to balance it equally. So put it as a reminder. If you see that in audit AOs, you're not explaining the procedures in detail, then make a mental note for that I have to explain the procedure in detail. Then for audit procedures specifically, remember, if it's an audit or review, the procedures are different. So make a mental note here that I will read whether it's a review or it's an audit, so that I'll write the procedures accordingly. Make a note to check whether it is an ASPE or IFRS. Don't assume and start writing that it's an IFRS or ASPE. Make a note to remind yourself to check whether it's an ASPE or IFRS. FRAOs, we have gone through the details how to write like issue gap analysis and your recommendation. But for if you're not seeing the C for the FRAOs, make a mental note that do not just copy the handbook criteria. You have to mention the case facts. You have to apply the case facts to the criteria and then make your comment on that. That this is the case fact. This is what the handbook says. This stays true or not. That is why it is met or not met. So try to bring in the case facts everywhere. Every answer, day 1, day 2, day 3, follow the 3-step process: case fact, implication of that case fact, and so what happens because of that case fact or because of that implications. If you write everything in that 3 sentence type of format, then you usually cover all the aspects of why and so what and the case fact, which is required for all the feedback guides to reach to your C level. So just start wrapping up. It's not going to help you more if you study more or give more effort on solving more cases. It's just going to tire you more. Your brain needs to be fresh. You need to be attentive to catch every single detail. If you're already tired, stressed out, then you're not able to capture all the links, because it's like a very stressful 3 days to write an exam. So that's why don't now start taking it easy. 8 hours through the day, take the evenings off, take some break in the afternoon, go for a walk, just refresh yourself. Don't binge on Netflix. Give it a rest, like just do nothing, and just refresh yourself and feel that your brain is attentive and active to identify and apply whatever you have learned, practice over the last couple of months of exhausting studies. So refresh, re-energize yourself. Another thing is start thinking positive, that just start feeling, like the preparedness that I'm prepared, I have done enough, I'm ready to give the exam, I'm ready to give my best shot. Don't have any second doubts, like whether I should give it, whether I should withdraw. No, that is not required. You are ready. If you are here 1 week ago, 1 week away from the exam, there is nothing else you can do. um, so just start preparing yourself. Be mentally prepared that there is going to be something that you have not seen. That is something that is untested. There is some twist. Trust your training, trust your judgment that you will be able to figure it out. You will be able to write something, even if it is untested. So have that readiness that there would be something that would be a bouncer, a curveball, a different something that you have never seen. So be ready mentally. When you are mentally prepared, then you have a better um, readiness to approach that type of situation when it comes. So be ready that there would be something unseen. Second thing, you know, trust what you know, like whatever you have practiced, trust that you have practiced it enough, and then apply everything. And at least that part, because most of the things, 50 to 60% of the AOs are repetitive, that you have done something. So trust that you have seen that, and attempt those with the calmness, with the confidence that okay, you can do this, and then rest will follow. Rest will, whatever, give your best try, and rest will follow accordingly. So all the best, and as I said, take some break, re-energize yourself, and be fresh, be ready for the exam. And I'll be talking to you until the exam, coming up with new tips and moral boosters, and all the best. Thank you so much. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, share it with your group, and stay tuned.